Okay, we have a question. In this case, it says 1/18 of the parts that were made were rejected and 3,600 parts were good. What was the number of parts that were rejected? Well, I want us to keep in mind that all of the parts, both the rejected and the accepted, equal 100% or all of the parts. And so if we have a rejected portion, this portion here, if I said 1/18 of them is rejected, then this part is 1/18. And stop and think a minute about, well, if 1 out of 18, that's what that means, 1/18, 1 out of 18 parts altogether, 1 part rejected out of an 18 total made, then the question becomes, how many were good? Well, the accepted or the good is the other part out of 18. So the good in this case was 17 out of 18 were good. So then I'm saying, okay, down here, if we have 3,600 parts that were good, then 3,600 is 17 out of 18 parts of what number, of what total? And what we're going to do then is means equals, so 3,600 equals, and of means to multiply, so times some number of parts. So we'll call it x. So 17 over 18 times x. And then we want to just solve to get x alone. So we'd multiply by 18 to get rid of this denominator. So 3,600 times 18. Some people would multiply by the reciprocal. Either way, I don't do it that way, but that isn't a bad way to do it. It's just not how my brain thinks of it. So that's what we get here. And then divide by 17. And so we'd round to the nearest whole part. So we have 3,812. It actually came out to a decimal of 3,811.76 something. So even whole parts, we would say that there were a total of 3,812 parts. And when the ones that were good were 3,600. I'm going to go back up here a minute. Let's say it was 1/15 of them were good, or bad, excuse me. So 1/15 would be here, and this good part would be 14/15. Okay, so it's the bad part is the part that they're not using. The good part is the leftovers.